Yeah, it's good to see you again. How have you been for the past 2 hours?
I have been reading once again your text about festivals,
Okay,
and I had one lesson, English lesson.
nice. What'd you learn about?
I've learned about nationalities.
Okay, cool. Um, Anything in particular that you found interesting?
Yep, a lot new things for me, and several English idioms.
Nice. All right. Which idioms?
For example, mm, I've forgotten everything.
Oh no.
Um,
Okay. I
maybe
guess.
yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay. Um, and so what are you gonna do with the rest of your day, Sergey?
Um, I'm uh, um, I'm planning to have dinner. I will be eating alone because I'm alone home this evening.
Okay.
No, maybe I will be eating with my cat.
Nice. Awesome. I usually have my meals with my cat as well. Um,
Yeah.
okay. And do you know what you're gonna eat?
So I'd like to. I'm planning to prepare to cook um, some pasta maybe.
Okay.
I should to check my I should check my freeze
My freezer.
freezer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always good for easy meals, I guess, when you're alone. The
Yeah.
freezer's a good place to go. All right, and Rafa, welcome to class. Rafa, how are you? Rafa, are you there?
Yes, I'm just joining your class, I think. I don't know if my connection is working properly.
Seems all right. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so how are you doing, Rafa?
I'm doing pretty well. Today is my day off and I can join different classes at Berlin and doing different things at a normal day and interesting.
Okay, cool. Um, so hopefully you enjoy that. Having a day off is always good. All right, and I guess let's get started with today's class. While everybody else comes in, let's start. Oh, Emmanuel, welcome to class. Emmanuel, how are you doing? Okay, Emmanuel, are you able to talk? Or are you just going to be listening? Okay. So I can't hear you, and your microphone is muted at the moment. Can you unmute your microphone? Okay, it's because there's a button. So if you put your mouse over the screen, there should be a button that has a microphone. So button, and then I'll unmute it, and it looks like that. So if you put your mouse, okay. So yeah, it looks like, okay, so you're just gonna listen. Okay. Okay, perfect. Well, let's go and get started. Rafa, can you read the title and the directions?
Yeah. Oh, I change. Cooking. And later, like today we will talk about cooking verbs, strange foods, and ways to prepare food.
Good. Really good pronunciation. Strange foods, ways to prepare food. Let's go here, Rafa. Can you ask Sergey the the first question?
Sergey, Do you like to cook? Why or why not?
Thank you for asking. Um, I can't say that I like to cook, but it's necessary for me when I'm alone home. Um, but sometimes I have a mood. Uh, I have a good mood for cooking, and in this time I always start to cook.
Okay. Sometimes I get into the mood. I get in the mood to cook, and I guess that's when I generally do my cooking. Um,
Yeah.
okay. And then when I'm home alone. So home
Oh.
alone,
Mhm.
yeah. Instead
Okay,
of
thank
alone
you.
home, yeah, yeah. But that was good. Really good answer. And Sergey, can you ask Rafa the next question?
Sure. Rafa, what ingredients do you use most often when cooking?
Uh, I enjoy a lot preparing paella. Paella is a very tasteful plate from Spain, from Valencia. And also, I enjoy a lot preparing pasta. I don't know exactly to do pasta in a Roman style, but I try to do my best in these two things.
Okay. And so what ingredients do you use the most often?
Ingredients. Oh, sorry. The ingredients for paella, it could be rice with lambs or with chicken, beans, and with pasta, cheese, and pasta.
Okay. Nice. So the ingredients that you use most often would be like rice with lamb or chicken and beans. Okay. Yeah, that's good. One thing just with paella, when we're saying Spanish words in English, most people would have like the double L sound in Spanish. So we'd say paella instead of paella.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, just one small thing. But that was good, really good answer. Mohsen, welcome to class. Mohsen, how are you doing?
Thank you. Hello.
All
I'm
right.
fine.
Okay, nice. It's good to hear. All right,
Thank you.
and Rafa, can you ask Mohsen the next question?
Yes. Mountain, if you don't mind, could you describe your favorite meal? How it's made?
Yes, I enjoy lunch because I wake up lately and I always and I always eat lunch with my family and I love a specific food by the name ash in the lunch. And ash is a food that is like soup made making of is made of water, vegetables, beans, uh,
Okay.
and beans.
Yeah, good. And beans. So we just have the conjunction before the last thing in a list. I'm not sure how to spell Osh. Um,
Ash, yes.
yeah, cool. That was good though. So your favorite meal of the day is lunch, which is awesome. So really well done. And your favorite food maybe is Osh. So it's like soup. Okay, cool. Um, good. That's a great. What about you, Sergey? What's your favorite meal?
I love Italian food very much, and my favorite meal is Italian ice cream, gelato.
Nice.
Seriously, my favorite food, my favorite meal is Italian lasagna or Italian pasta, and also I like, um, I don't know how to say in English, but in Italian it sounds like gnocchi. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, gnocchi maybe.
gnocchi. Yeah.
Gnocchi, yeah.
Um, I think that's it. Is there two C's? Are there two C's in gnocchi?
Gnocchi, I think one C.
One C. Okay. It looks strange to me. I'm not sure why. Um,
Or maybe two C.
oh yeah, there are two C's.
Two
Yeah.
C's. Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's not a problem at all. Yeah, gnocchi is delicious. Okay. And all right, let's go, Rafa. What about you? What's your? Oh, you like paella. So we already talked about that. Good. Does anybody have any questions here? No questions? Let's try to read through these words. Let's have Rafa, can you read the title and the words?
Vocabulary: drain, tenderize, grate, whip, crush, strain, knit or net, I don't know, dice, stir.
Nice. And so the only two things that I saw were need,
Knead,
need, and stir.
stir.
Yeah. Okay, good. Does anybody have any questions about any of these verbs?
Mm.
Sorry, teacher, all these words are new for me.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay.
And me.
Drain. So does anybody think that they could make a guess at what drain means? Or any ideas?
to 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 sorry, something that is wet, trying to to remove thank you, to remove the water, could be.
Huh? Yeah, it is cooked in water. So you drain pasta. Drain pasta after cooking it. Tenderize. What about tenderize? Does anybody have a guess?
Yeah, tenderize.
So we tenderize meat.
I've checked vocabulary and I try to explain. Maybe it's, yeah, to make something, for example, to make meat more soft or softly,
Softer.
softer. Yeah.
Yeah. By hitting it with a hammer or other similar methods. Yeah, this is a meat tenderizer is that hammer, and it's just a common way to make meat softer. What about grate? Any ideas?
Yes, I think retinate it when you put something in the oven, for a few minutes to grate in it.
Not
No?
quite.
Well,
Close.
Take into small parts.
Mm-hmm.
great.
So we grate cheese.
Great.
I'll try to get a picture.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, and so it looks like that. So that's grated cheese. And what about whip? Any ideas?
whip is to lash something, but whipping, you are lashing, whipping a horse or something like that. But
Yeah.
with food, I don't know what this means.
Okay, it's a little bit tricky. So whip, it's to stir very rapidly. We whip cream to make whipped cream. And so does anybody know what whipped cream is?
When, oh my gosh, when you have the milk or the cream and you whip it
Yeah.
to make cakes or something
Yeah.
delicious. Well,
So it looks like this. This is whipped cream. So it's just cream that's stirred really, really quickly until it becomes really airy and delicious. So this is another picture of whipped cream. So we can whip other things too. Cream is the thing that we whip probably the most often. So that's whipped cream. What about crush? What's crush mean? Anybody have any guesses?
Change the form of something by forcing by hand.
similar
So
to smashing.
I think it's
smashing.
mm,
Yeah. Huh? Sorry.
it's to make a puree or a juice from vegetables or fruits.
Yeah, so when you're making a juice, you can crush the fruit to make the juice. But generally, we'd be talking about smashing something or squishing something. So often, if you have like a Morton pestle, that's an example of crushing things. So you can crush pepper, you can crush garlic, you can crush other things too. So this is crushing. Straining. It's actually really similar to draining. I'm not sure why I have two of the same words here. So strain and drain are pretty much the same thing. What about knead? Who can tell me what kneading is? Any ideas? We need bread, or we need dough before we make
When
the bread.
Cut a bread by a knife.
Not quite. So we need the dough before the bread is made.
When
So
you
it's
are
just,
smashing the grain to do pasta or something like that, smashing
okay.
with your hand.
Yeah, so when you have a dough, it's when you
No.
flip it and you squeeze it and you stretch it and you press on it. So it's just kind of mashing the dough with your hands or your palms is kneading. What about dicing?
Dicing, cutting something like bread or meat into a small piece, small
Yeah.
cubes.
Usually with things like onions, you dice onions really commonly. You can dice garlic. Yeah, you dice vegetables, dice the potatoes, cutting them into cubes. But yeah, you could do it with bread or meat too. Good. What about the last one?
To mix something.
Yeah, exactly. So just to mix something. Yeah. And does anybody have any last questions on this page? Oh, and I lost it. There it is. So let's have Mohsin. What would you grate? What's something that you would grate?
What great. Please repeat.
So, what is something that you would grate? So, what's an example of a food that you would grate?
Cheese, for example,
Yeah,
or some vegetables like carrots.
exactly. Okay. And Sergey, um,
Yes.
what are some things that you dice?
Um, for example, I dice onion
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and garlic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Nice job. And so if there are no questions here on this page, let's go to the next page. And let's read a little bit about haggis. Haggis. And Rafa, can you read the title and the first line?
Strange foods, haggis. Scots are brave enough to feast upon one of the most famous traditional Scottish foods, haggis. To make haggis, first chop up the liver, heart and lungs of a sheep and mix them with diced onion, spices, and oatmeal. Then pack the mixture in a sheep's stomach, tightly secure the ends and boil it for a few hours.
Good. Tightly secure the ends. Can you repeat tightly secure the ends?
Tightly secure
Good. And upon.
upon.
Good. All right. And does anybody have any questions about anything in this first paragraph?
Yes, what does feast means? It means eating by hand.
Feast is just to eat a large quantity of something. So when you have a feast, it's like you have a really big celebration with a lot of food. When you feast on something, it's just you eat a lot of it in one sitting. Does that make sense?
Eat a lot.
Yeah, eat a lot of something.
Yes.
Okay. And all right, any other questions? Okay. And let's have Mohsin. Can you read the next paragraph?
Okay. If filling your stomach with a stomach filled feels freaky or paradoxical, head to a Scottish grocery store. Head to a Scottish grocery store where cheaper brands of haggis made with artificial casings are sold. But if you're going for a genuine stuff, you'll have little trouble getting some real stuffed stuffed haggis in Scotland. It's available countrywide in hotels, B&Bs, and pubs. Haggis is also traditionally served with Scottish whisky during the annual Burns
Good.
Super or Burns Super, a Scottish holiday commemorating poet Robert Burns.
Good. Okay. You did a really good job. A few things. Casings.
Casings.
Genuine.
Genuine.
Good. Supper
Supper.
and commemorating.
Commemorating.
Good. Perfect. Any questions here? Okay. Does anybody know who Robert Burns is? Okay, maybe not. So he's just a Scottish poet. Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how are you doing?
Yes, hello. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Nice to see you again, Ken. It's been a little while.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Okay, Ken, have you ever heard of haggis?
Haggis. Yes, I know. It's a preferred Scottish food,
Uh-huh.
and in the kind of organ of the maybe I don't know the animal, cow or
Yeah.
something.
It's
Inside
actually
organ, yeah.
yeah.
But I've never eaten this. I want to try this.
Yeah, I've never had it either. Only heard hearsay, but it would be interesting to try. Okay, good. And so, does anybody have any questions on this page before we move on? All right, looks good. Okay, and actually, let's go back one. What's a B&B? Does anybody know what a B&B is?
Yeah, bed and breakfast. It's like a hotel, but it's not a hotel. It's like an
Nice.
apartment.
Yeah. Like someone's house almost. They rent rooms in and provide breakfast. Exactly. Really good. Okay, and let's go on to the next page. Let's have Ken. Can you ask Mohsen the first question?
What is haggis? Where is it commonly eaten?
Okay. Sorry. Hold on, Mohsen. So Ken, can you ask the question, and Mohsen, can you answer?
Okay. Mohsen, what is haggis? Where is it commonly eaten?
Haggis is a strange food cooked in Scotland. It is made of some part of a sheep, like liver, stomach, along with some vegetables, and there is uh, some cheap type of this food in Scotland.
Okay. There's some cheap type of this food. I'm wondering how I would reword that. There's some cheap type of this food. I think we would just say this food is cheap and common in Scotland, and the cheapest imitations don't use real stomach, maybe. That's a little bit tricky, but I think that's good. Mohsen, can you ask Sergey the next question?
Yes. Are there any strange foods in your country?
Thank you for asking. Yeah, we have a lot of strange foods in Lithuania. For example, the main dish, Lithuanian dish, is in Lithuanian it sounds like cepelinai. It's a quite big dumpling made from potatoes and with some meat inside. And there are two kinds of people: people who love it so much and who hate it and say that cepelinai is a bomb for a stomach.
And say it's a bomb. Maybe we could say a stomach bomb.
Yeah, stomach bomb.
Nice. Cepeline. Have to check it out. I've never heard of it. Nice. Okay, that doesn't sound too strange though. A little bit odd, but it looks kind of tasty. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Do you like them?
Yeah, I like it so much.
Nice. Okay. What about where you're from, Rafa? Are there any strange foods where you live? Rafa? All right. What about you, Ken? What's the strangest food in Japan?
I think many foreigner dislike natto. Natto is fermented soybeans, so it has a distinct flavor and very sticky. Maybe texture and flavor that don't appeal to foreigners.
Yeah, that sounds odd. Okay. It's called natto.
Yes, not maybe this spelling. Okay, right. Not not to. Yeah, not to.
Okay. Interesting. So fermented soybeans, you said?
Yes, fermented soybeans.
Okay. And yeah, so odd texture and taste. Do you like them?
I don't like it so much, but it is very healthy food actually. It has a lot of
Okay.
enzyme and not so many fats and kind of minerals and proteins.
Okay.
So yeah, and mostly it's popular in Eastern Japan, not Western Japan actually.
All right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I
So,
I, I live in Western Japan, so
okay. Okay, so that makes sense, I guess, then. One small thing, it's very healthy,
Mhm.
and there's not so much fat,
Yes.
or there's not a lot of fat. Would sound maybe a little bit more natural,
Ah,
but good.
okay. Thank you very much.
And Mohsen, just because I'm interested, what about in Iraq? Are there some strange foods where you live?
Yes, in my country, there is a specific food by the name kelle pache. It's made of head, kelle, and feet pache of a sheep or a cow. This part of sheep is boiling in a water, and after some hours the food is ready to serve.
Is ready. Really interesting. Okay, cool. And yeah, I think I've definitely spelled it wrong, Calipache. But that sounds cool. And do you like it? Do you like Calipache?
I don't like in full, but I like to eat some part of this food. For example, I love the tongue of sheep, and especially cow.
And especially the
Cow.
cow.
And I also like to eat brain of sheep.
Okay. I also like to eat sheep brain.
Yes, sheep brain.
Good. And Rafa, yeah, have a good day to you as well. Um, can you repeat cow? Cow?
Cow,
Good.
cow.
Good. Nice. Okay, and Mohsen, can you ask Sergey the next question?
Okay. What's the most unusual food you have ever tried?
The most unusual foods I have tried. Oh, it's Italian cheese from Sardinia. It's a national Sardinian food, Italian, and it's cheese with worms.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what was it like?
It was a lot of little worms which were living in the cheese.
Yeah. Living in the cheese. Did it taste good, or was it?
Uh, Actually, I was drunk and I didn't remember.
No. I
Yeah,
was drunk. And I don't remember
I don't remember. Yeah.
because you still don't. Good. And Ken, what about you? What's the most unusual food you've ever tried? Ken, are you there? Okay, Mohsen, what about you?
Yes, usually I don't try new and unusual foods, but one time in 2 years ago, I tried a food, a Japanese food, uh, whose name whose name was sushi. It is it is a raw it is raw meat of fish, and it was so strange for me because I have never eaten raw meat.
I've never eaten rolled meat. Raw meat, raw meat.
Raw meat, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Um, it's a roll made of fish. It was strange for me because I've never eaten raw meat. What did you think? Did you like it?
No, because it is I think it is not suitable uh, for for my taste.
Okay.
It is strange for my taste.
Yeah, that's understandable. Sergey, what about you? Do you like sushi?
Yeah, I like sushi very much. I can eat sushi 5 times a day.
Yeah, I like sushi too. Okay, cool. Really good. One thing, it's a Japanese food called sushi, we'd say. So called.
Called, yes.
Yeah. Um, all right, very nice. And cool. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
No.
All right. And I guess we can try these. So learn some more idioms, Sergey. Sergey, can you read the title and the directions?
Yeah, sure. Cooking idioms. Read these idioms and guess what they mean. Burn to a crisp. Cook something up. Oh, done to a T. Down to a T. Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Good. Okay. Really nicely done. Do either of you know any of these idioms?
Mm, I don't know.
Okay. What about you, Mohsen? Any of them?
No, I don't have any idea about these idioms.
Okay.
But I think the last idioms is means you you could flee from a bad situation, and you are catched in a new uh, worst situation, I think.
Yeah. So when you flee from a bad situation and you land in a new, worse situation. Yeah, good. That's exactly what it means. So to go from bad to worse. Um, and done to a T. This is an idiom that means cooked really well. Or if you're not talking about cooking, done really well, almost perfectly. And I'm actually not even sure. Nice, Ken. Not sure exactly where this comes from. It might be from a T-bone steak. But again, I'm not 100% sure. So it's a little bit tricky. So done to a T is a common expression for cooked really well. Cook something up. Ken, do you think you could tell us what cook something up might mean?
I don't know phrase about cook something up. Maybe cook well or
Not quite. So this actually doesn't have much to do with cooking.
okay, cook something up. Cook up. Clean up.
Clean up.
Make up. I just
Cooking
guess.
cooking a junk food from anything is available.
Okay. Yeah, so in this idea you could say cooking something from whatever is available. Generally when we use this expression, we're just saying to think of something, an idea, things like that. So I need to cook up a plan for this week's meeting. I need to cook up a plan I need to cook up a presentation to give at this week's meeting. Yeah, so like to
Sounds
make,
like preparing. Prepare.
yeah, prepare,
Uh-huh.
but like create too. I need to cook up
Okay.
an idea of how to get out of this terrible situation. Yeah.
Mhm.
And burn to a crisp. This one is pretty straightforward. What's this one mean? So this one is about cooking. What happens when you burn something to a crisp?
Maybe it like over fry to fry
Yeah.
something over time a lot.
Yeah, so it's like to overcook something badly. So when you burn something a lot, yeah, when you burn something badly. You cook, comes out really bad. Also, when you're canning, you can become burnt to a crisp. It's a common expression if you get a sunburn. Someone might tell you you've been burnt to a crisp. Okay, and so let's try to use these in a sentence. Mosin, can you use burnt to a crisp in a sentence?
Yes. She uh, uh, her cooking is so bad, and always she burn burn anything to a crisp.
Okay. This is good. We change it a little bit. So instead of always she always. So we have the subject first. The third person S. So
Yes,
she always
she always
burns.
burns. Yes.
So, sorry, I lost the screen. So, is there a way to see your screen?
Um,
I see your face now, not that slide.
I'm not sure why. Sergey, Mosin, can you see the slides?
Yes, yes, of course.
Oh, I see.
I'm
Okay,
not
go
sure.
on. Yeah, maybe some technical problem. Go on.
All right. I'll try to write in the chat box from now on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. What about cook something up? Ken, can you make a sentence with cook something up?
Cook something else. I'm cooking my song up.
You're cooking your son up?
Yes. Song.
Okay.
Music. Yeah.
Son up. This is close.
Okay. That's not so
So no, I think you're right. We just changed the position of up. So I'm
Mhm.
cooking up maybe a new song.
Okay. Cooking up my new song.
That would work.
Mhm.
My new
Okay.
song. Good. And Sergey, what about either done to a T or out of the frying pan and into the fire?
Um, uh, this steak. Can I say this steak was done to a T?
Hmm?
Is it correct?
Yeah, the steak
Oh,
was done to a T. Perfect.
okay.
All right. And any other questions on this page?
No.
All right. Good. Really nicely done. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's see how well we remembered some of that vocabulary. Let's start with Ken. Can you read the first one?
Okay. But I cannot see the slide, so.
Oh shoot. Try that. So that's the sentence.
Okay. The weather already. I just need to put in pasta. Okay, chop oil. The water already. I add the water already. I just need to put in the pasta.
Mm,
Boil. I
yeah.
boil the water already. Yeah.
And we gotta conjugate that verb.
I boiled. I've boiled. I have boiled the water
Yeah.
already. Yeah.
Have boiled is probably what I would say. You could say I boiled the water already too. I don't think it's as correct, but it would work. Nice.
Okay.
Okay. And Mohsin, what about the next one?
The recipe says you need to chop the onions and add them.
Yeah, maybe and add them, and that would work. I'd say saute them. We often saute onions. It's to like pan fry. I guess that was an old vocabulary word.
Yes. Cooking by oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. To cook in oil.
Yes.
A little bit of oil. Sergey, what about the next one?
I usually crush maybe the garlic
Yeah.
before I cut it. It helps take the skin off.
Perfect. Nicely done. What about the next one, Ken? Sorry. And Ken, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I try to reload. Okay. Yeah, now I see your screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Can you try that one?
Okay, if you blank the dough too much, it will get tough. If you press boil saute dough, need need the dough.
Yeah, if you need the dough.
Okay.
And what about the next one, Mohsin?
Yes. I bake a lot recently. Making bread is so much fun. Or I have bacon. I have
Oh,
been
yeah.
baconing.
I have close, really close. Have been,
Baking.
yeah, good.
Bacon.
Baking.
Bake. Yes.
Yeah. Can you read that one more time? Sorry, Mohsin, can you read that one more time?
Yes. I repeat.
Yes.
Yes, I have been baking a lot recently. Making bread is so much fun.
Good. Sergey, what about the next one?
What else to add to the sauce?
What else to add? Maybe we'd have the pronoun you in between.
What else did you add?
That would work, yeah, for sure. And we could use a number of different tenses there, but nicely done. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
No.
Okay, good. Excuse me?
Can I say what else have you added to the sauce?
Yeah. You can use a number of different ones. Have you added? Will you add? What else do you add? Yeah, a number of different ones would work.
Yes.
But yeah, good question. And let's go here. Let's do some reading. Let's start with Ken. Can you read the first half of this?
Okay, history. Preparing food with heat of fire is an activity unique to humans, and scientists believe that the advent of cooking played an important role in human evolution. Most anthropologists believe that cooking fires first developed around 200, 205, no, 250,000 years ago.
Good. Nice correction. And Sergey, can you read the second paragraph?
Yeah, sure. The expansion of agriculture, commerce, trade, and transportation between civilizations in different regions offered cooks many new ingredients. New inventions and technologies, such as pottery for holding and boiling water, expanded cooking techniques. Some modern cooks apply advanced scientific techniques to food preparation.
Good. Really nice job. The only thing was commerce.
Commerce.
Nice. And unfortunately, we are out of time. I do have another class after this. If you guys want to join that class, I'd love to have you. But I do have to go. So thanks for coming in, and
Thank
have a
you.
really wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.